Oh, just keep turning. After all, one good deed.
Turn.
After all, one good turn deserves another.
This isn't the Blind Obedience Church of Kansas, is it? Guess I'm not in Kansas anymore.
This is your GPS? That's a funny looking GPS.
But how do you know this is the most expensive godly positioning system in the entire dollar store? Hey, folks, I know there are many paths to God, but I just wanted to find a convenient shortcut. Instead, my godly positioning system took over and drove my karma right here.
Yeah. And we're glad.
What is this anyway? I mean, where's your holy restrictive scroll of dogma? Where's your list of who's excluded and why? I mean, the sign outside says it's a church, and I'm always looking for a sign. There's no exalted altar, no well-hewn rows of peons for PUs for the peons. Instead, here, everything's kind of on the level. I'm just not used to that.
Take this turn for the better. In 5 seconds, sit down and listen.
Pebble Church. I'm interested in finding out more about this place. Seems kind of different. What is it that brings you here? Can anyone kind of tell me what it is about this church?
The irreverence, such as now.
People like you, Dave.
Well, let's go deeper.
We take in the untouchables.
We are the untouchables.
We are.
We are the untouchables.
The emphasis on spirituality over religion.
Yeah.
I like that.
Freedom!
We hug each other here.
We hug. My Catholic church hugs it too.
I can come here with rainbow hair.
Who remembers?
Casey!
Yes, our four-footeds are with us.
This guy fell backwards.
Casey!
And they have dogs. Quite the opposite. It's dogs spelled backwards. There's dogs, no dogma.
No dogma, just dog.
Provoking and loving art all the time.
Say that again.
I said we have deep and thought-provoking, loving art on the walls all the time.
That's beautiful.
You're open-minded. Our karma ran over our dogma.
Yes.
Pebble Hill is a place where you can come and make a fool of yourself, and it doesn't really make any difference.
Nobody notices.
Anybody else? Who remembers, who would like to tell us of the first time they came here and how they felt?
First time I came here, I just cried as soon as I walked in the door because I said, I am home. I knew it before I even heard one word.
Yeah.
First time I came here, Jill Unger was the first one to greet me. And there were overstuffed chairs and a couple of sofas to sit on. And there was a cat named Mrs. Teasdale. who was kind of a church cat, and she would weave in amongst people's legs and just be there.
Well, this is my first time. With my memory. Anyway, I can just tell you that I feel very
I came here in '83 for the first time. I recently moved to the area. I had a new baby and decided I had a child now. I have to find a church. I hadn't met Republicans up until that time. I walked in and the paper had said, Doug Ketzero's coming back. I didn't know what that meant, but it said Songs of Godspell and Jesus Christ Superstar. And I had my family group before had always been theater. And so I came in and everybody's hugging me and everyone was in jeans and flannel shirts. And I remember going home to my husband and going, I found him. Because it was just outrageous, and the music was incredible. And there was the band, and everybody knew all the music to Godspell. And I said, yep, this is it.
So we used to live in Brooklyn and used to bicycle around Prospect Park all the time, and we were always intrigued by the drum circles that used to go on in Prospect Park when we were bicycling around. So we moved here in '88, and in '92 we were at Peace Valley Park on Father's Day and heard drumming in the background and thought, oh, that's interesting, it's a drum circle, let's go check it out. And it was you. It was Pebble Hill Church finishing up their celebration and having a drum circle after celebration. And we just gravitated to it immediately.
I have a coda to that. We were just about divorcing at the time. We were talking to lawyers and decided to get together that one Sunday. And we didn't divorce. We're still, how long are we married now?
28.
Oh, we gotta go back with it.
Still working on it.
Yes! Isn't that the only way, Chris?
I remember that Sunday when they came by.
Chloe, tell us who you're first.
The very first time I met Gary Culp, he was doing a peace celebration at in Newtown. What's the name of that school? George School. You know, and I went there and I thought, I'd like to go to history, but they're in Doylestown. I was in Bensalem, and I thought, too far, not going. Then the next year, where I was doing healing work, the healing center closed down. I thought, well, it's time to go to Pebble Hill, and you had all yellow balloons with this easy time. And it was like, oh yeah, it's worth the trip. 40 minutes.
A long time ago, 73, and there was a platform in the middle, and I think her name was Pat Cubana, I can't remember. She played the guitar, and she had these knee socks on, that were all striped, and she played beautiful Sunday, and I can't hear that song without crying. And I sat right next to Judge Easter. He was here with his family, and my little kids were running around outside. And Gail, who was the minister's wife, said, oh, don't worry, they'll be fine. All right.
Would anyone Phil Fisher else like to sing?
My first time here was 1970. I was brought by Ralph Miller at the Phillips County Playhouse. And I mean, it was the 60s, early 70s. Everybody was a hippie. Everybody was sitting all over the floor, singing songs from that time period. I mean, it was a great time period. I miss it. Great loving place.
Anybody Captain Sweeney else?
Oh my gosh, I came here once. That was 3, so 94.
Wow.
And it was just amazing. And
seeking, and I kept coming here. It's like I couldn't miss it, and Jim felt like I was just having way too much fun, and he wanted to see what was going on. So he started coming, I guess, about 6 months, 8 months later. He was a little slow about it. But, yeah, and and I just remember coming here, and gosh, it was like, I just couldn't get enough. I remember coming here one time, it was a blizzard, and we like packed the kids in the car, and we come up, and Gary's out front shoveling, there was nobody else. I was like, I don't know if we're going to have a celebration. But, yeah, it was it's really magical, and just the connections with everyone.
Well, this is my first time here. I met 4 people here, and they all just said, oh, Pebble. So check it out. What can I say? And good people. I met 4 good people.
I do not remember the first Sunday. But we came here 30 years ago. And I just remember that we kind of arrived in Doylestown, myself and the children, sight kind of unseen, and we came to Pebble. And, it became a home for myself, my children, and there's been in and out the door for 30 years. Wow, in and out the door. He's retired now, so he's finished these Sundays around here this summer. But I think one of the phenomenal things is that I've witnessed many, many changes. People coming, people going. It's a place of transition. It's a place of acceptance. Sometimes things get crazy. Everything has a way of kind of mellowing out. And it's still a happy place. And just, always in my mind, I come here looking forward to it for the last 7 summers that we've been coming back from Mexico, knowing that I'm going home. So it's interesting. This is all about looking for home, going home. Doors.
No place like home.
And it continues to just be a place where I get nourished, where I'm so happy to see my friends, no matter how long I've been gone. There's a space here. So I'm very grateful to have that.
For me, Pebble's been a spiritual home also. I've been here for 20 years, started in 93. And like Ryan, 3 people over a period of 6 months said to me, you should go to Pebble, you should go to Pebble, you should go to Pebble. After hearing it 3 times, there's some book about science. The message for me is coming here, and the first Sunday I came, I felt like I was at a sense of spiritual home, community and connection. And there was a guy sitting next to me, and he got up and he said, anybody going to be driving back from Philadelphia? It's like, and he was sitting right next to me, and I said, yeah, I'm right here, I'm next to you, I'll take it back. And it was John Paul. Remember John Paul?
Oh, yeah.
And he became my Reiki master. So it was just really cool. Wonderful journey being here for all these years. Seeing people come and go. It's great to see all these people, the energy of people being here today.
Hey, Dave?
Look.
You already had it.